right, let's connect it up. Start the stream. Hopefully the connection's good for today, July 9th, 2018. Sunday. First NFL Sunday of the year for the NFL. Back. Fear the Walking Dead tonight. Walking Dead, about a month away. 4 weeks from today, we will have The Walking Dead on television in the United States, and I'm very, very excited for it. So, as always, guys, we got an hour to talk, discuss a bunch of things. Spoiler warning if you haven't seen the other stuff that we're going to talk about in the videos. Spoiler warning for The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and a lot of other topics. So if you're watching it on the replay, I want to say spoiler warning. If you're watching it real time, I guess you know the channel, you know what we do here. But thank you guys for joining me this Sunday, September 9th, 2018. Hopefully you guys are having a good Sunday. Hopefully you're not in the path of the hurricane coming this upcoming week or dealing with that in either Georgia, east coast of Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina. We'll see where it goes, but I know how bad that sucks. It was 1 year ago, basically to the day, that Hurricane Irma changed Florida last year, and I was traveling out of the way from the storm, and hopefully we don't have to deal with that next week or for the next coming weeks. So we'll see how we go. But this Sunday, July 9th, I want to say September 9th, I'm excited because it is 4 weeks away from The Walking Dead. We're going to talk about Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, the comics, and I watched a movie yesterday before I get into the Walking Dead stuff with my wife called The Bilko Experiment, and it was like an interesting movie with a Purge type feel. And Michael Rooker is in there, and a couple other people. It was actually, I think, written and directed by James Gunn. And it was decent. It was interesting to see. It was a different kind of movie, and it's on HBO Go or probably HBO On Demand if you want to check it out. But it's called The Bilko Experiment. It's a horror, movie kind of genre. So if you want to know that stuff, but Michael Rooker is in it who played Meryl Dixon on there. So today is Fear the Walking Dead, episode 413. And it's interesting because we're going to see a continuation of the story. We're going to see a bunch of things coming together. What's going to happen with Morgan, Alicia, Strand, Luciana, June, Althea, and the newbies here. But I want to know what you guys want to talk about. So top chat, super chat, live chat, all that stuff. Definitely welcome for you. Thank you guys for joining me. A bunch of you guys just joined. Awesome stuff. I'll be watching some football later. Always cool to see what happens. Football season starts off. Well, it started Thursday, but it starts today is the first Sunday there too. So Protected Lion Q&A, are the Vultures expected to come back or did I miss something? I think the Vultures are gone. I think that's done. We're not going to do that. It's going to be this new lady with the walker and what's up with that. And she has the SWAT truck. So we'll see that whole debacle and craziness with that too. So not sure. Tudor, Brian, the original case will return tonight, right? Alicia too. I think everyone comes together in this episode of Fear the Walking Dead. So we'll see Morgan and June and Althea. We'll see Luciana. We'll see Strand. We'll see John. I'm not sure if John and Strand meet up with everybody, but I know Alicia and Charlie meet up with Morgan. But we'll see the crazy lady who has the SWAT truck right now. That we'll see what happens with that. Crocodiles, and the storm is gone and passed, so that was all gone. And what do you think of the opening of Fear the Walking Dead? It's always about the episode, which is kind of cool, but also kind of cheesy. I like The Walking Dead when it's kind of the same, and maybe they change something for the seasons, like The Walking Dead. Hopefully you've seen the new logo that's not decaying anymore. It's actually growing. It's going to be a white The Walking Dead with green inside the letters. So it's going to be a new beginning kind of storyline in the intro as well. So pretty interesting. Not sure what's going to happen later on this season of Fear, but we got a couple things for tonight's episode, and it looks okay on paper. We'll see how it actually gets done. But I'm more excited about The Walking Dead. We're getting that small little kaleidoscope effect trailer. We got some promo photos, and I posted something on my Patreon page and also my PT channel on Facebook which was pretty big. It was a pretty big post by AMC, so definitely check it out. It really talks about, it's a small little thing, but it says a lot in it. So it's pretty cool if you want to check it out for sure. But what else is going on besides football? I got been watching The Sopranos a little bit on HBO Go. It's been pretty cool to see that. It still holds up. It's kind of funny when you watch an old season of stuff, like if you watch Breaking Bad, or I haven't watched Sons of Anarchy, but I'm going to. Probably when I finish The Sopranos and a couple other shows, I'll start Sons of Anarchy. And that's an older show. And I always laugh, and it always is funny about the phones, the cell phones. Because we all have smartphones now. We all have an Android or an iPhone or something. But that didn't come out later. That was kind of funny to see that. And that doesn't happen on those shows. What's up, Mega Dr. Dre? I think TV Rosita is more badass than her comic form. I hope she survives longer. I hope so too. I think with the twists and turns that are going to happen, the remixes are going to happen this season with Rick and Maggie, that gives a good shot that Rosita and Ezekiel can live. If you saw the latest video on this channel, you saw a major spoiler picture, or a couple pictures, of Carol, Jerry, Ezekiel, and the Kingdomers. I believe they're filming either episode 910 or 911, but it's definitely the back half of season 9, which gives me hope that we can have some people who die in the comics live on in the show, at least a little bit longer. I think the Whisperers are going to destroy our favorite characters. I think they're going to come in, take care of some characters, wound some characters, hurt some characters, and they're going to be a terrible group for our survivors. Everyone's going to have to come together, Negan included, to take them all down. And it's going to be everybody working together, finally, to go against the Whispers. And I think that's what they're trying to do with it. But the word is that the latest word, or another latest word, about Jesus is that he encounters the Whispers as well, just like I think Rick encounters the Whispers. And Jesus falls from the Whispers as well, which is crazy to think that that's happening. So theoretically, if the rumors are true, we're only around episode 9, 10, or 9, 11. So we have 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. We have a bunch more episodes to film that we could lose Rick, potentially Maggie, however it's open-ended they want to do it, Jesus, and I think that's the big ones that are died, and then Aaron gets wounded, and, potentially some other characters. They're smaller characters. We've seen Jerry in the pictures, but we don't see Nabila. So we could lose her as well. Because I think one of them's got to go, right? And the relationship idea, I think that's where it's at. Ignite, Risey. Are Carol and Ezekiel a thing? They are definitely a thing this season. I think it picks up the season with Ezekiel and Carol are definitely together. And they're together this season for sure. Yes, Owen Carol definitely looks like Legolas. I go with she looks more like Daenerys from... or a Targaryen more than anything in Game of Thrones. But yeah, same kind of look. Kind of got that elfish, long gray hair, white hair. And we'll see if it makes sense or if it's kind of like cheesy. But it's kind of interesting. A lot of people are saying like, Carol looks so different. Ezekiel looks like Ezekiel. Jerry looks a little different, but looks like Jerry. But Daryl looks the same. Daryl's looked the same since, season 3, 4-ish. It's been that same look the entire time. So is he ever going to look different? Rosita's got a little different haircut. Eugene's got a little different haircut. Aaron definitely looks different. So we got some people looking different, some people looking the same, but we'll see how it plays out this season. I'm just excited, guys. We're getting close. We're almost there. We are a month away. We're 4 weeks away on the calendar from the Return of the Walking Dead. And I'm super glad that it's October 7th instead of October 14th. I know that it could have been the 7th, 14th, 21st. It could have been whenever those Sundays are. And I think it looks different too. So, Tudor, I don't know. I think Daryl's like, okay, he lost his vest, but he has the same hair. He still looks dirty. He has a crossbow, but got a new crossbow in there too. It's not that big of a change. Like, Daryl looks like Daryl. Rick has got a different haircut. Michonne looks the same. Maggie's had short hair and longer hair on there too. Daryl, the only thing that kind of looks different is early on. The first season, second season, But really, since season 3 and 4, he's kind of got the same look on there too. And he's going to have the same bandana around his face like he did in season 3. You know, it's callbacks to what he looked like before, which is fine by me. I don't really care. But to me, I don't see Daryl looking that different on there too. So, great question, Ignite Rise. How many years is the time jump? Well, the first time jump will be 18 months in the first episode. And then it's rumored to be a 5 to 6 year time jump around probably episode 906. That's probably we'll get more involvement with Magna and Yumiko and that whole group and the Whispers for sure. But the big news is that the premiere episode, will be an hour and 26 minutes. How much is going to be actually show versus commercials? You know what, it's going to be a lot of commercials. We're probably going to get at least 30 minutes of commercials. So if we get that, 30 minutes minus an hour and 26, it's not that much time. I would just want about an hour of content, but it's usually about 50 minutes we get of the hour 26, which is okay. I would have loved for a 2-hour, thing. Hopefully they're all extended. I think that I want to see extended episodes, especially where Rick is in there. Andrew Lincoln, his episodes need to be extended. They need to have a lot of them. So, yeah, Janet, probably 50 minutes. I agree with you there. Maybe 52 minutes and 8 seconds or something we'll actually get of content. If you want to find out how long the actual episode is, go to AMC.com the day after. You'll see how much it is. They have commercial breaks in between them, but you'll see what the actual runtime is. Sometimes I watch it online, especially they're up online faster than they are on my cable box if I want to rewatch it. So I'm excited to see either way. I think the premieres are usually pretty good. The best premiere, I say, is the one with Terminus. Season 5, that was the best premiere I think there will be in the series. Just because so much happened. Carol just became Queen Badass Carol. Awesome stuff. I'm not sure it's ever going to get better than that, but Season 6 was okay. The Season 7 one was good because we wanted to find out what happened with, Negan. Season 8 was pretty weak, and it was just like that. But hopefully Season 9 sets the tone and is off running, which it there too. Yeah, exactly. 501, I agree with you, Boyd, for sure. 501 is the best. I'm not sure you're going to get anything better than that ever unless we get a Whisperer War start, something crazy, Season 10 or something, 1001 would be crazy. But, I'm just excited about it too. And I know that The Walking Dead, people love it. They hate it. They hate on it. They always have things, to make about the show that's not good. And I don't love the show unconditionally. I'm going to watch the show unconditionally, but there's definitely things about The Walking Dead that don't make sense, that were kind of dumb. Some people stick up for The Walking Dead regardless of what they do. They stick up for Fear the Walking Dead regardless of what it is. But there's things that have problems that aren't making sense, or they're dumb, or it's poor writing. I was thinking about it the other day that it was pretty funny that, when Daryl basically jumped in and punched Negan in the face, if he doesn't do that, Glenn is probably still alive. And people were like, no, he didn't. He were going to do it anyway. Blame the writers. Of course you're blaming the writers. The writers do everything. But if you're thinking from a character standpoint, if there is no such thing as writers in this universe, which there are, but if you were just thinking about the way it is, Daryl's definitely to blame for Glenn. Maybe that changes things. Maybe if Scott Gimple doesn't do stupid things with Carl, maybe that changes the dynamic. But it's just been a crazy twist and turns since Season 7, and I'm not sure it's ever going to come back. I would assume Season 9 will have high ratings because of the whole Andrew Lincoln leaving. They're going to either tell us one way or another right out the gate, which I think they are. I think it's going to be one of those things that they're going to let us know, and it's going to make sense that people are going to want to draw in to see that. And they want viewers. They want ratings. They want commercials. They want revenue. AMC, they got lawsuits coming up. They're going to have to get rid of different things like that. It's going to have to be paid off. AMC makes a boatload of money off merch and commercials every Sunday and every time things happen. So I'm excited to find it. I'm going to say I'm excited because I am. I truly am. I can't wait for it because to me, it'll be October, a little cooler, fall, good stuff. October is cool because they got a lot of good things. I'll have The Walking Dead. I'll have my latest book done. We're on track to have it done a little earlier but it'll still be the first week of October that I'll release to you guys. But Fight for Us Legacy will definitely be done the first week of October. I'm very excited about it. I'm taking my time with the edit, and I got, how many pages I got left? I got about 25 pages to edit, and I'm excited to share that book with you guys. So the book series is Fight for Us online now, and it's going strong. We're doing a lot of good things with it, and I'm going to take a little break after I write this one and then start the screenplay for the pilot episode. And that's tough to write. I don't know how to write stuff like that, but I'm learning online, and they have programs for it. But it's just a pain in the butt because I'm trying to just get the pilot screenplay written. I only have 5 pages right now, and I'm supposed to write 50 pages is what they say for, the initial pilot is usually between that. So I got a long way to go. Tudor Brian Magnus Group filmed with the Kingdom. Are you asking me, or are you telling me, Tudor? I didn't see them in the pictures recently. I haven't seen them film at all. I've just seen them in the trailer. I haven't seen any behind-the-scenes stuff or actually filming of Magnus Group, so they could be there. I haven't seen it, so if you have, let me know, or send any pictures if you have any of those things too. But the biggest thing I saw was the Kingdom, just people filming. So, Ignite, what's your favorite episode of all time? My favorite episode of all time easily is episode 609, No Way Out. It just starts off great. I watched it about a month ago, and it starts off with the saviors blocking the road, and it's like, man, that's just awesome. It just picks it up and boom, and you're like, boom. So a lot of people think that Rick started it by attacking them. Well, technically, the saviors started it by blocking the road. So that's definitely a thing there. Mega Dr. Dre, if the Whispers kill Rick Grimes, do you think it's weird for the group to take 7 years to avenge his death? Yes, definitely. So by my account, you're definitely on par with that, Mega Doctor. You're up on the spoilers and all that stuff. But yeah, exactly. 5 years, 7 years. It's just a long time. It should be like 5 days. It shouldn't be no years for that. So if the Whispers do kill Rick in episode 905, maybe it's hard to find the Whispers. Maybe it takes them that long to do that. They better be actively trying. They better actively tell us that Rick is gone, Daryl and his group and his people are out actively looking for the Whispers. Probably Negan as well, but it's just crazy to think that, how are they going to spin that? You can spin the first 18-month time jump because that is how it starts. We saw them after the war, and then there's been time because it's been time for us because of that. Then we're going to get 2 time jumps in between 5 episodes. So 901 to 906, we're going to have a linear time, probably a couple days. And then you have a massive time jump. But yeah, I think it's going to be weird. I don't think it can really hurt the show if it's not done right. So I'm building up the hype. I'm loving this. I like the idea of it. I'm excited. I'm super excited. And it's the writers and the producers and the production to live up to the hype and satisfy us. I'm not looking for anything crazy, but I just want it to make sense. I don't want any plot holes. I don't want any loopholes. I don't want any things that don't make sense. So we'll see. But if they do it wrong, they're shooting themselves in the foot. And they have done that in the past. As of late, too. They've made some decisions that were pretty stupid. But yeah, that would be kind of crazy if maybe, I don't know. I just feel like Rick dies is what it is, and I don't see him surviving it. I know a lot of people are having hope that he survives and he's on the helicopter and they take him somewhere, and maybe that's what happens. Maybe he goes somewhere and he's in DC and he ends up dying there or something. But I don't know. There's just so many things that we just don't know the specifics. But I just feel like Rick's going to die in 905, and then, an episode later is this massive time jump. And again, like, are they just going to say, man, it's been 4 years since Rick has been gone? What have you been doing since then? You need to go after the people that took care of Rick Grimes and took him out. And maybe that's just the initial scouts from the Whispers. And they can't find him. That's the only thing I could think of, is that Daryl, his tracking ability is lacking because he doesn't know these Whispers are going to be a tough villain in this group. They're going to cause a lot of problems. Daryl might struggle to actually find them. He doesn't know if they're walkers or they're whisperers or what's going on with this. So we'll see. But that's only my thought that they could do it, whether they've been actively looking for him, and they better let us know that they've been actively looking. And then we run into the whispers and the problems. And I think we'll see, a Lydia first, and then an alpha, and then a beta is, what the word and what is, if you know the comics and on there too. So hopefully you guys are reading the comics and check it out. If you haven't read the latest issue, it was actually pretty good. It focused a lot on my girl, Michonne, which I love. So that's all good stuff. Michonne is awesome on there too. So let me see what you got, Tudor. Brian, the actors, had dinner last night on Instagram. Ezekiel, Diane, Magna, Kelly, and Henry. So that's cool. Yeah, I don't know if they might have just had dinner together and they're going to be filming. But so it's Ezekiel, Diane, and Henry. That's mostly Kingdomers. Maybe Carol was there too. Maybe Jerry was there. But Magna and Kelly are Magna's group, so maybe they're getting up to film, or maybe they did film in that episode. So I'm hoping Magna's group, Magna, Kelly, Connie, Luke, Yumiko, I hope they're awesome. I hope they're like, man, they are total badass characters. Because we need that. If we're losing Rick, no one's going to replace Rick ever. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to set myself up for that. But I just think the idea is that these new characters need to step up one way or another. And I just hope they bring an extra flavor to it. I kind of wish, I really wish that Fear the Walking Dead started with this season of Fear. We didn't have Travis and this one and that one and California and here and go down to Mexico and come back around and Luciana leaves and she's just magically back, and we didn't have all this BS. It probably would have been a better show. It would not have been great by any means, and Fear the Walking Dead in my eyes is not a great show. It has a lot of problems. Like, when I made my review, people commented, and I have to agree with them. Like, the guy that was driving, Quinn, who was driving the SWAT truck, was looking at mile markers, and they're at mile marker 21. So if he's at 18 and 19 and 20 and comes across one, and it's 27, that's a weird jump. Keep driving down a little bit, and you'll see that it's 22. It's just a weird thing. The numbers wouldn't have lied. And yes, some of the signs might have been gone, but that would have been a lot to do. And maybe they were, but that crazy lady is just a little weird, and I'm not sure what they're getting at. And I don't know. It's going to be one big thing of getting everybody's there together, and then everybody breaks up, and then they got to get back together again, and then what do they do? So is that what the whole show has come to? They're together, they're apart, they're back together, they're apart, they're back together. Storm, this, that, environment. It's just crap. I just don't want to watch it if it's going to be that. Hopefully there's something that draws us in for it. And I know a lot of people like it, and that's good, but I just don't like the idea of there was no plan from it. It's almost like they rushed it out, for sure. Yeah, no, budget problems, this and that, but I like the idea of Morgan being on this show and connecting things. It was like, frustrating that it doesn't connect at all. And that's annoying because you wasted your time, basically, if you watch the first 3 seasons for stuff to not connect, for the Morgan show to happen, for a total reboot. You're like, come on, man, that's just crap. They didn't connect things at all. And why does Morgan never say Rick Grimes' name? Just say my friend Rick back in Atlanta or back in Virginia. My friend Rick. Say it. Just don't say, oh, my friend, yeah, this and that. Like, it's just, I don't know. Everyone that's watching Fear has clearly watched The Walking Dead, so we're going to know who Rick Grimes is. So, yeah. I don't want to hate on Fear the Walking Dead, and I don't hate the show. I just wish it was better for it on there, too. So, I just want to look Morgan and Charlie's Excellent Adventure. Whoa, dude. Yeah, man. Can you believe they are making another Bill and Ted's movie? I guess that's in reference to that, Boyd. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and everything. They're making another episode movie of that. So he's killing it, man. Keanu Reeves is back. John Wick 1 and 2, soon to be 3. Bill and Ted. A lot of big things happen for Keanu, and he's awesome. If you don't know anything about Keanu Reeves, he's like one of the nicest guys ever, and he's had a hard life, and he has got a ton of money, but he rides the subways in New York. And definitely look up some things about Keanu Reeves, and if you like him or not, if you don't like him, it might change how you look at him. If you like him, you'll probably turn to love him because he's such a crazy. His story is just crazy, and he's such a charismatic, awesome individual. At least from the stories I've read about him on the show. I've never met him myself, but that'd be pretty awesome too. So, Tudor O'Brien, they casted the actress who played Little Ray in Star Wars Episode 7 as an older Judith. I don't know. That's another one I don't know about. I don't know what the future for Judith really is, because you would have to cast an older Judith, because, you know, if she's, 3 years old, 4 years old, and then you have 18 months, you can probably be the first one, but then that 5 to 6 year time jump, there you have to have, a 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid, because Henry and Lydia are supposed to be like 17, 18 years old. And that's going to be the new thing with that is Henry is definitely going to be the new Carl. Henry is probably going to be a combination of Carol's Sophia. She's going to be like Carol and Ezekiel's adopted child. I could see it, especially if Rick is gone. The Carl situation. If Carl's gone and Rick is gone, that whole dynamic of Carl and Rick, that's gone, because that's just crazy to me. But you're going to have the Carol, Ezekiel, Henry thing. That's the new dynamic for what it is, because I don't see Carol ever dying. I don't see Daryl ever dying. And if the idea of Michonne Denai Guerrero leaving, that would be another major twist and problem for the show. I just hope that never happens, because I love Michonne, and Denai Guerrero does a great job. But I just hope that, Michonne, Daryl, Carol, Ezekiel, and I don't know, Rosita, Tara, somebody could be the council, and they'll be the council approach. Maybe Eugene. I don't know. We'll see what the future of Eugene looks like, man. He's definitely got that long ponytail, long hair, but then in another picture in the trailer, he's got short hair. Or at least it's tied back or something. But he's going to have a different look, a different feel. We'll see if Eugene gets some fans again. Even though I never stopped liking Eugene, he is what he is. But I know a lot of people hated Eugene and said he was a traitor for sure. So, yeah, Tudor's up on the Instagram photo stuff on there, which is good. I'm really loving the pictures that people got from Hogansville, and it looks like an awesome town. Some people said in the comments that that's where they filmed some of the governor stuff when he was going through and walking through the city. I've definitely been through there then. I've been on a tour, a couple different tours, and we've driven through there and seen some of the buildings. So through the tour, I've seen Hogansville. And Hogansville looks like a nice little town in Georgia. There's a lot of little towns like Noonan and Hogansville and Sonoy and a couple other places, Peachtree and stuff, that are pretty awesome. I like it too. So, no, I'm not pretending Eugene isn't a traitor, Casey atheist, but he was taken by Negan. He didn't leave knowingly. He was there, and he also saved Rick. So you can say what you want about Eugene, but he saved Rick. If he didn't sabotage the Savior's guns, you'd be nothing. Rick and them would be mowed down and they'd be killed. So you can hate Eugene all you want, but Eugene pretty much saved the day, and he did a couple times too. So people see a couple things where Eugene is, weak and he's this. So you probably hate Eugene. So I like Eugene for what he is. He's not one of my favorite characters, but he is what he is. And I also like and love Josh McDermott. And it's kind of a sticking point to me that people were giving him death threats because of the show. And he's off social media. And he was one of the best people for social media with behind the scenes pictures and a lot of good stuff on there too. And people ruin that. People ruin everything, by the way. People ruin good stuff, comments, channels, videos, movies. They just do. And I feel bad for Josh McDermott, because if you followed him before stuff, he was awesome. And I've met him a couple times, and he's been awesome. And I feel like I wish if he didn't have this hate and these problems on social media, he would be more involved with Instagram and social media still, and he would be more at conventions and stuff like that. I think that would be awesome for it too. So that's just, I guess, my rant for that, because I don't like it when people are, hating on individuals online and stuff on there too, or their actors or their personalities on there too. Like, a lot of these people are regular, good, cool people, and people need to understand that they're playing a role on a TV show, and that's it. That's all it comes down to. Like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a great person and a funny guy, but he's Negan on the show, and some people, are a little much with him there too. So I'm hoping, Tudor, that's pretty cool. Eugene needs to step up with Gabriel, Laura, Aaron, Magni, Yumiko, Alden, and Daryl as the militia. Yeah, they need to set things up big time. You know Jerry's got to be in that militia. You know that, right? And if you saw the pictures, I think something happens to his axe. I think he breaks another battle axe, or maybe he gets taken or something. But I didn't see it in the upcoming pictures, in the filming pictures that were there on Thursday. So, yeah, exactly, Tracy. Eugene needs to be utilized for what he is. Everybody needs to be put away. Not everyone's going to be, the main superhero. Not everyone's going to be that. There's other people that are going to be, like they say in Spider-Man, the guy on the computer, or the guy on the phone, or whatever the guy says in Homecoming. The guy on the computer, or Alfred, or Robin. There's going to be role players in this, and you need to have that, and that's what the show is good. Everyone needs to play a role. Not everyone's going to be Rick Grimes and Daryl Dixon. You're going to have some people that are, Aaron, or Enid, or Sadiq even too. So, have you seen the promo photos, the portraits? Pretty cool stuff. I just can't believe Al has a portrait. He's also in the Kaleidoscope trailer. He's going to be bigger things, I guess, for Hilltop. Because we know, if you know this channel, you'll know that some big things happen in the premiere episode that are going to change the dynamic of Hilltop right away. So hopefully we'll see who steps up on there too. Protected Line, would you do a video with Trev's Chan too? I'm open to be doing a video with, some kind of cooperation or collaboration. So I can blank on the word collaboration with another YouTuber, a Walking Dead stuff. I think it would be cool to have. That would be really cool if we could get some YouTubers, like maybe 3 YouTubers at a convention and did a panel of it. I would love to do that and be part of it, be one of the people sitting up there. That would be pretty awesome. I think that would be the best way to do something on there too. So maybe Walker Stalker, get it done for us. That'd be pretty awesome if they reached out to some of the YouTubers on The Walking Dead. I would do it. I don't know if any other people would do it, but I'm open for it. There's some YouTubers that I don't like just because they mislead people, they trick people, and I don't ever want to be known as one of those people. I'm not here to trick. I'm here to treat. No, I'm not here to deceive. I'm here to have a good time and give quality information. And some people are clickbait, trickbait, all that stuff for sure. And I'm not one of those, and I don't ever want to be linked to those people on there too. Epic Zombie Killer. Hey, Brian, Fear the Walking Dead Season 4 has been weak so far. That's not really a question, but Epic Zombie Killer, I know we were going with that. I think that it has been pretty lackluster. I don't think it's been that great of a season. It doesn't even connect with the first half. Besides Alicia not knowing what to do because Madison is gone. We're all waiting for Daniel to show up. Still hasn't happened. We're waiting for Walker to show up. Hasn't happened. We're waiting for this to happen. Hasn't happened. We'll see what these writers and showrunners are doing, but maybe it's just a thing to sell a show over the summer because there's not many on there too. So, Tudor Brian, I don't get the buzz around Daryl having Beta's knives. It's not true. Beta's knives are way bigger. It looks like Carol took Yumiko's bow and arrows, parts which sucks. Well, yeah, I mean, we don't know. I think a lot more people are using the bow and arrow, but we don't know. It could happen. Beta could be a little remixed. Beta could have his own knives, his own machetes or longer blades. But Daryl's knife looks pretty big. It looks pretty, impressive. So we'll see what happens. That's pretty funny. But we'll see Beta stepping in. And I don't know. It's just kind of a connection on there too. Theory, something to talk about. And a theory, just fun discussion. We'll see if Beta, lives up to the hype, which hopefully he does. But I'm not sure. Phenomex Scribe. Hi, PT. What do you think of my theory? It begins with Rick building the community with Maggie. Rick then is killed by the Whisperers along with Ezekiel after they save Rosita and Eugene. I think Rick dies before they see Rosita and Eugene. I think that Rosita and Eugene, because Eugene had a shovel. So what is Eugene doing with the shovel when the Whisperers are coming? To me, it would make sense if Eugene was burying somebody. And what if he was burying Rick on there too? I just hope it's a good goodbye. Because Madison's thing was pretty stupid. Madison's thing was just like, did she die? Did she not? Did she get bit? What happened? She had a flare? She's there? She's surrounded? What happened? We didn't see anything, you know? Doesn't do it for me. I want to see what happens. It's just, we had to see Talking Dead to find out from the showrunners that the main character of the show, or one of the main characters, died. That's just lazy, stupid writing, in my opinion. Epic Zombie Killer. Q&A, Brian. Hey, Brian, do you feel they should have made the fear group the Whispers? I just think the fear group shouldn't exist. I think the fear group right now should have been what it was. Or Morgan did something else or whatever. I don't think we should have really met Madison and them on there too. And I just think The Walking Dead was so big and so huge that they were like, we need to replicate this. But we don't have any comics or material to do this. What are we going to do? Let's have a family affair. That's going to be a family drama, a dysfunctional family drama in California, far away from Atlanta, Georgia, Virginia, away from that. We're going to California with it. We're going to have that from it. You could have picked anybody for us to follow. You could have picked a military person, a EMT, a firefighter, somebody, anybody. But you pick a guidance counselor at a school with a dysfunctional family and a drug addict son. It's just like, come on. The writing was just, it was kind of terrible from the beginning. I just wish it was better for it too. But I don't know. It's tough to do. The Walking Dead, we should be thankful for The Walking Dead, you know? And I am. I'm very thankful for it. It's a great show, a great community. To me, The Walking Dead is right up there with Star Wars, Star Trek, other big sci-fi, communities. Communities that come together for it. The Walking Dead is huge. The Walking Dead, in its prime, season 4, 5, and 6, was untouchable on television. It was so high. It was such a moneymaker. I don't even know how much money AMC would have probably made in those seasons. I mean, it's probably so much. It's ridiculous on there as well. But, it's tough. I mean, we're coming up on season 9 of a zombie show. That usually doesn't happen. It just doesn't. Some of the best shows ever were only 5, 6 seasons. Maybe 7 seasons. We're coming up on 9 seasons of a show. Maybe we get 10. Maybe we get 11 seasons. But I'm just thankful for that. It's changed the dynamic of things. It's changed me. It became me. It made me into a zombie apocalypse writer. Hopefully a screenwriter and a TV person. That would be pretty amazing. That's the ultimate goal. But I am a published writer in the zombie apocalypse genre. Sci-fi, science fiction, fiction, novels. And I never would be without The Walking Dead as inspiration and motivation to do it. I wouldn't have this YouTube channel the way it is right now because of it. And there's something to be said about that. And I'm thankful and grateful for that opportunity to talk to you awesome people like yourself in this community week in and week out for it. But yeah, video games as well. Comics, video games, all this stuff. And I am kind of disappointed that Overkill's The Walking Dead is pushed back. It was going to be coming out next month, but I believe it's pushed back till next year, the first quarter, which stinks. Zombieland 2 will start filming in January for its release in October, is what the word is. Hopefully it all goes well. No word if they're filming in Georgia or not, but Zombieland 2, as like Zombieland TOO. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be a lot of big things happening towards the end of this year into next year, for sure. Besides Captain Marvel and Star Wars and Avengers 4, Zombieland 2, second half of Walking Dead. It's just like so many great big things are happening the end of this year into next year. Pretty awesome stuff. I'm excited for all that stuff, and I'm really excited for Days Gone. Whenever that video game gets done, it's been like year after year, pushed back after pushback after pushback, and then also Last of Us 2. There's some big stuff. I have not played the Spider-Man game for PlayStation 4 that came out on Friday. I was going to rent it, but then bad weather and stuff around the house. And I've been trying to edit the book. Like I said, I have 25 more pages of Book 8, Legacy. That'll be out the first week of October. And I'm trying to take my time with it. I had to change a couple things, edit a couple pages, do a little twist and a couple turns to keep you on your toes. And hopefully you guys are checking out the Zombie Apocalypse book series titled Fight For Us, available online, paperback and digital versions. I'm very excited and very proud of that. I'm proud of this channel. I'm proud of everything that we do here because of it too as well. So Medina, yes, they're on Kindle. You just type in, search for Fight, the number for us. So Fight For Us on their Kindle, and they'll pop up. All of them are up there now. All 7 books are on Kindle for sure. Jeffrey just posted some pics with his kids back at his farm, so he's not filming. Yeah, Tudor, I know he posted a pic yesterday, but again, you don't know when these pictures were. You would think he just had his camera out and took it, and it's right then and there, but it could have been a couple of days ago or what. But again, it's the weekend. He might not be filming for a couple days. He might not film this episode. It could be a Kingdom episode right now they're filming, or Ezekiel Carroll type of thing, and then maybe he comes back next week or on there, or in a week or two. So yeah, no Negan right now, but there's just so much cast, and we got new people and people left and new people, and Andrew Lincoln still in London or Britain or the UK or whatever you want to call it over there. Not sure where he was, but basically England. He's over there. He's not here filming. So hopefully we get some shots and some news that he'll be back filming, whether one episode or not, because we have to have a final goodbye. And that would kind of suck if it's 5 episodes and then Rick's gone. It's like, what are we going to do for the other 11? Rick's gone already? Wouldn't they want to draw it out a little bit and have him come back for an episode at the end? At least a flashback or something. Or Michonne sees him and Carol or Carl. Carl. We're never going to hear that again. It's going to be sad. Carl. Never going to hear it. That sucks. No, Tudor, Jeffrey lives in New York, upstate New York. He's got a bunch of farmland, him and his wife, Hillary Burton. They got a bunch of farmland in New York for sure. I will not be going to New York Comic-Con. I would love to go to that, but flying there, bringing stuff back on there too. I'm going to be going to Walker Stalker in October, and it's just too crazy to fly and do all that stuff now with big trips going for next year. I would love to go to New York Comic-Con, that's for sure. I mean, the big one is San Diego Comic-Con, but I kind of like watching stuff online and watching the trailer when it drops for The Walking Dead, so you don't even have to be there for that. Hopefully we'll get something for New York Comic-Con, which is coming up. Hopefully we'll get another little trailer or some more information. We'll see if Andrew Lincoln, he just shaved recently in a couple pictures, and there's a video of him, and he's babyface, clean shaven. And he's got a little different haircut and everything, so that's gone. So the Rick Grimes that we saw in Season 9 from the trailer and the preview and the behind-the-scenes stuff looks totally different. So to me, that's showing that he's probably done with the show forever, if not for a long time, for sure. Tudor, you think the show's last season should not be tied to the comics at all, like an original adaptation of the Commonwealth? I think it's going to be comic-based. Kirkman and them are not that I don't want to say smart, but not that branching out. They don't want to branch out that much from the comics. The comics are what they are. Gimple and them are trying to live into that with the Whisperers and Negan and all that stuff, for sure. So very cool, Sheila. If you Walker Stalker Atlanta, I will be there on Sunday. I'll be there. I'll be coming into Sonoy and stuff on Friday, doing a tour and stuff on Saturday, and then on Sunday I'll be at the convention, probably all day to relax and then check it out, and then be watching the episode on Sunday, and then back to Florida on Monday. So that'd be kind of cool. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. Walker Stalker Atlanta, the end of October. I'll be there that Sunday, so hopefully you can check it out. I'll be there with my wife and my dad. And if you know the books, there's some of the inspiration for the characters in the book series for sure. So what if Jadis and Anne and Alpha are sisters? I don't know. I don't think Anne is going to be connected with any of the new characters or anything. Could be. They could do whatever they want with it. I mean, Anne is going to be involved with the helicopter, and hopefully we'll see what that is and all about. Hopefully it lives up to the hype too. I mean, the helicopter came around, the helipad, the scavengers, the this, the that, and hopefully it's awesome. I really want the helicopter to mean something, to set things up. What if like Georgie's like piloting it? She's like, "Hey guys, I'm back." Or one of the twins, the girls, was piloting it, and then Georgie slides it open, and it's Georgie. That'd be pretty awesome. I hope it's that, actually. I want everything to come back around. The other thing that I haven't seen is Austin Emilio. He is nowhere to be found. Haven't seen any pictures, any word of him filming, nothing of Dwight. Is he going to be here in the second half of season 9? I hope so. Or is he totally gone? Is Daryl that character? Dwight's kicked out because, remember, those two don't exist in the comics. It's one or the other. How's that going to happen? Should be very interesting. I don't know what they're going to be playing for it, too. So, Tudor, you think Negan will be the bridge to the Whisperer since he gets out sooner? Jeffrey's excited to work with Samantha and Ryan. For sure. I see Jeffrey Dean Morgan being excited to work with those new people because he's involved with those people. He's probably going to be some of the biggest connections on the show is going to be Negan and Alpha, Negan and Beta. And it's what's going to be crazy is that Beta has some big connections with Negan and the Whisperer War. So Father Gabriel and a couple things. And then what happens with them? What happens with Jesus and Aaron? What happened in the comics? That could be remixed for sure. But, that's some things I'm just thinking about too. Just like the same thing like the Carl Lydia situation. Are we going to have someone replace that person? Maybe. Carl is going to be replaced by Henry. That just makes the most sense. Henry's the new Carl, which be kind of weird. It's going to hurt the show. If they're going to do the same Carl point without Carl, what's that? What are you doing that for? Why does Henry need to be? I don't know. It's just one of those things where Carl should be there. Henry should not really be that big of a point on there too. So what do you think is the relation of the helicopter? Jadis, the A on the helicopter, and the 3 circles on the helicopter. It looks similar to the biohazard symbol, but isn't. Yeah, I just think if it's like some government group that Anne knows from the scavengers, that they were doing something with them, with the walkers, and something involvement with that. I just think that the A on there is a Gimple thing. I don't think it makes sense. But I think every time we see an A, it's not good. A is not good for Daryl, Carol, Alexandria, the Father Gabriel's church. Not a good thing by any means. So I'm not sure if that's just a warning sign, like a scarlet letter. I think that's what it is. I have a whole video about that. But we'll see what happens too. Great point. Danny Oteg just says Oceanside, but I want to see what's up with Oceanside. Big Sexy there too. Is the bridge the same one from the Oceanside episodes? No, it's not. It didn't have the support beams. It was a flat bridge. It didn't have. It's a different bridge. It could be the similar thing where they actually filmed it, but between them, like the actual location. But remember, the Oceanside bridge had all that sand and those huge things blocking it. How would they not be there anymore? They would still be there, or a trailer would be there or something. Tara and Heath, they jumped over it. They got this. There was a bunch of cars, a bunch of stuff in the way. How could that just fall down? The only thing in the center of the bridge that's broken is part of the connection, but I just don't see it being there too. So, yeah, Nick, Austin Emilio, and Stephen Ogg, so Dwight and Simon. We're at a convention for sure. There's a couple great pictures of them with some of the attendees. It's pretty cool, and I've never met either of them, but Simon's a big guy. He walked right by me at one of the conventions, and he's actually pretty tall. He's pretty, impressive, but it's pretty cool to see them actually still going to conventions. Probably got to get that money for sure, but there are 2 people that I heard good things about. Yeah, Aaron kills Beta, but it's just like the fight scene and when they're there, and is Aaron the new Rick, the new look and the new stuff? And probably not by leadership-wise, but just the new look of comic Rick for it. But if that whole dynamic changes because of Aaron and Jesus, that dynamic's going to be different too. So if Beta kills Jesus, it would be cool for Aaron to take revenge. Exactly. Not sure how Jesus gets taken out by the Whisperers, but it could be Beta. Beta is a Whisperer, so it could happen. Maybe we get some other thing, but he's got to go down because comic Jesus is so much better than TV show. I don't know if it's Tom Payne or the writers or the action or what they want to do, but it's just not good. It hasn't been good for a long time, for sure. So, yeah, you're gonna go to Nick and Norman's. That's pretty cool. Nick and Norman's is great. I shouldn't think of it. It's not great, but it's cool if you love Walking Dead, Norman Reedus, and the food. You have to get there early, or you have to make reservations or whatever on there because it fills up fast. It's not the biggest place by any means, but I'm gonna be there on Friday for sure. Yeah, I'm pretty cool. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be in Nick and Norman's Sonoya in the afternoon. Yeah, I've been to Sonoya for sure. I've been to Nick and Norman's, but I'll be there again on there that Friday before the convention. Charlie is the orange backpack of the Fear universe. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Well, Charlie needs the orange backpack. Give orange backpack to that crazy creeper walker lady who has the truck. I wonder who's gonna die. We haven't lost anybody. Of the new people like that too. I feel like the beer guy is going to go. I feel like the beer Jimbo is going to get killed. I don't see him making it at all. I would see what happens there too. So, pretty cool stuff on there too. Yeah, I'm excited for, if they don't take reservations that weekend. Yeah, I mean, we'll see when you're there a couple days beforehand. Check the app or whatever, and you can see. I don't know if it's like you'll put your name on the list though. That's what I should say. You don't actually make a reservation. I think you actually put your name on the waiting list. And sometimes if you have like an hour-long drive and it's an hour-long wait, put your name on the list, and you'll be rolling right into town for sure. Tudor asked some great questions today, that's for sure. Well, as always you are, but just today I'm just pointing it out as well. You think Rick will wear his hat this season? I hope so. We see the picture on the thumbnail here of this live stream. That's putting by a poster by them. So we'll see, hopefully, old man Rick with the hat on, looking like young man Rick in the first season. So hopefully stuff comes around. There's connections of it. I want to see it too. So Gator eats Strand. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Someone said that Strand is probably going to get killed because he's in a new show. But you can do more than one thing, and a lot of times people do that. Especially if Strand has a smaller part, it doesn't mean that he's going to get killed off. But I could see Strand dying. I could see, I just hope John, Morgan, Althea's okay. She can kind of go now. June's okay. Maybe Alicia, John, and Morgan and June, I guess. But how are they going to get back to Alexandria? In the SWAT truck or in the tractor trailer? Because I believe, Big Sexy, you told me in a comment that you could drive 1,200 miles in a tractor trailer on that diesel. So hopefully they load up and fill her up in Mississippi or somewhere close. And I don't know how far the mileage is, but that's got to be close to where they would be in Virginia. But they'd be stranded there. They'd be stuck, right? Because gas would be hard to find. It would just be kind of crazy to see what happens if the time jump happens in The Walking Dead. 18 months to start and then another one. So they be looking kind of old. Morgan, Alicia, Charlie, if she makes it to The Walking Dead, she'll be like 20 or some years old. But we'll see what you got here. Why do you think we only see animals here and there in the universe? Kidback, because of filming. Kidbatch, how you say it. So I think we only see animals here and there is because they're hard to film, hard to make, hard to have on the show. But, they would be around. They would be there for sure. Yeah, drunk gator. An alligator, crocodile. I think they're crocodiles that we'll see this episode. So we'll see what happens. But I just don't like that crazy lady has the SWAT truck. And why didn't they lock it up? You're out of gas, but you could have locked it up. It just doesn't make sense. What are you doing? You got all your possessions in there. You should lock it up and have the keys. You just have the keys hanging up there. Come on. Take care of your stuff in a zombie apocalypse. What are you doing, Althea? Luciana could go. Boyd, I don't want Luciana around anymore. I think her story is there, but that's who they'll keep around. Just like Tara. What is Tara's purpose? What is Tara doing? But she's there, so that means she's going to be around there too. So, but I'm going to go for another 5 minutes, guys. So tonight, Fear the Walking Dead, football. A lot of football's going on right now. I don't have it on at all, so you have my full undivided attention. I'll be watching some football. Watching some Fear the Walking Dead. Got to get those codes for TWD rewards. Got the big stuff coming. Hopefully you guys are getting your points. checking out the comics, the show. The Walking Dead will be here in a month, guys. 4 weeks. So I'll be doing my live streams every Sunday. This Sunday, next Sunday for the next 4 weeks. And then I'll be doing them all the way up till we go to Georgia. I probably won't do one that Sunday because I'll be at the hotel. And I'll be at the convention and stuff. So I won't be able to do that one Sunday. But before that, I'll be doing them all on Sundays. And I appreciate you guys joining me this Sunday. It's just funny for some of these characters. So hopefully we get some more great characters than dumb characters. We'll see if some of these saviors survive. You know, Arat, Regina, Laura, Jed, Justin, this guy, that guy. I don't know. Some of the saviors have to survive, right? Who's going to be the savior's John from the comic? That looks like Father Gabriel with his, Jebediah hat. But we'll see what happens. They're going to remix Father Gabriel a little bit. Are we going to get that epic death in the Whisperer War, which is pretty awesome? That might be a new character, a different character. But we'll see if someone climbs that water tower and if they don't make it out. But I don't know what's going to make it from the Saviors. Oceanside, are we going to lose some Oceansiders? Cindy and I think Beatrice and a couple other people like that. Got to be older then too, right? Like that girl, that little girl who kicks the zombie in the nuts and then stabs it in the head. That's pretty funny. She's got to be like 20-some years old now with all these time jumps. Michaela Stockbauer, another question. Don't you think they need to make Rick's end smart and special? I mean, he is still alive in the comics and all stories are with him. How should they solve this? Exactly. I think his death needs to set up revenge against the Whispers. That's the only thing I can think of, is that his death is caused by the Whispers, and the Whispers are going to be the problem for the foreseeable future, and I think they are for this season and probably the next, and Rick's death is because of them, and the group will be avenging Rick's death for some time, maybe another season or two, and then they'll probably be done. We'll probably be done with 11 seasons of The Walking Dead is probably what we'll get, and I think that's a good run for sure. I'm not going to say Phenomenics Scribe. Do you think Maggie's with Alden? Could be. I could see that happening. I would think Maggie would have a relationship sooner than later because they are expediting a lot of stuff from the comics, and they kind of set that up with Maggie and Al last season, and I could see that happening for sure. But maybe it's kind of the start of it, and then it never happens because whatever happens with Maggie too. Are they doing the red carpet at the end of September and pre-record The Talking Dead? Well, they're going to do The Talking Dead is going to be back live for the season 4 finale of Fear, I believe. And I think they'll be back, or maybe just the season 9 premiere Talking Dead will be. There's a thing in Los Angeles for it. You can get tickets through the TWD Rewards. I think it was like 35,000 points or something. But you could go there for that. So I would assume that's live too. And I would think he's there. Chris Hardwick will be back filming for that. And it'll be live, which would be good. Rosita with Eugene or Sadiq or both. Yeah, I think maybe both, Janet. Could happen. If you're a comic reader, you know what happens there. And I could see that comic storyline happen. Eugene's got a little twist to him, a different look, a different thing. I think that's what happens. Is what the whole process of Eugene looking different is. Maybe he's with Rosita now, but that happened in the comic, so why not have here too? Gab Miller, please tell me Rick isn't going to die. I can't tell you that because I think he does die. I think the word is that he does die, and I don't see it happening. If he wasn't dead, he would be filming, I'm sure, and he hasn't been seen filming since episode 905, so I just don't see it happening. But again, maybe he's on the helicopter and he's in D.C. somewhere too. So, great point. Tudor, Brian, Dwight, Glenn, Carol, Negan, and Rick will be on Ride with Norman Reedus next year, so that's cool. Yes, Norman Reedus, Ride with Norman Reedus. I really didn't watch last year's, but this year you will have the actors who played Glenn, Carol, Negan, and Dwight on this season of Ride in a couple different spots. I'm not sure what they do or where they go, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that they have those people coming on there, and I think the best ratings would be if they have Andrew Lincoln on there, especially after the show, after he's gone. And I think Norman Reedus will have to go to London, ride somewhere with him, and do that. I think that would be pretty awesome. I would love for that to happen there too. So There you go, guys. I'm going to cut it for today. I'm excited for The Walking Dead to return in 4 weeks. Fear the Walking Dead, from what I've seen, looks okay from the spoilers and the Q&A that they had. I don't know if it's going to be okay, but we'll see, guys. So we're getting here. We're going to be here before you know it, October 7th. But thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. You really mean a lot to me, the family, community feel for it, my subscribers, my PT peeps. And hopefully you're staying in the know with the words, the phrases to win that Amazon gift card for sure. I got one this time, and then we'll do another quiz and a bunch of stuff like that for our subscribers. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. I truly believe that. Never give up. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Thanks, guys.